The Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started. And he's going to run it back. And the ball is loose on the return. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Second down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Makes his connection. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice move to stay on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
He's looking to throw it. Got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The give on 4th down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. Just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Going up top on first down. On target.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
The aerial assault continues. Got his man quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
To throw, it's Sayin. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He turns that loose down the right side. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Ohio State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little extra time. Touchdown, Bama! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 3.
If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket and he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. They're bringing heat. Complete in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. Turns it on in midfield. Can anyone catch him? The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This fucking runner.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Pitt is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. They've got to be loving this in the Steel City. They're up 14 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Crosses the 30. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deep.
And that ball is picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Slide 22.
They go to the ground. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Lining up to convert third down.
42 Spider.
To the air, it's Sayin. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive. And now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated, and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's the handoff. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. Dances away to buy time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
From the gun, the ground game. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And now on second down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
To the air on first down. He's got his man. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Firing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality. And
he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll try it over the left side. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got great speed, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw...
Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Not much on that return, but I think they'll
Oh, that's wild. That's wild right there. I can tell you lagging, bro.
have it at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
That's a really good play by the defense, playing deep to shallow. My job is to stay as deep as the deepest. Make sure I don't get beat deep. If they throw it underneath, I go make a tackle and rally. But I can't give up those deep shots. Great job by the DB.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He'll throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Running back searching for a hole. Snowed under by the defense.
Man, those are so good. And, you know, the quarterback, obviously, he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but It's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another look at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Under heat, he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Off the play fake. Coming after him. Keeps looking downfield.
Damn.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Clay. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable.
Picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Tide. And the stomping has commenced.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense
I'm just a couple seconds behind, slowing you up.
Big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
31, Ohio State, 7.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 31, Ohio State 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. They're trying to get to it. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the pummeling has started.
Boy.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
A costly penalty for this defense gives him a 1st and 10. He finds his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has the this offense rolling with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He spins that thing down the middle.
Good boy.
Touchdown, Ohio State. What a catch and run for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And you keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Wide receiver shows motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This time he's got his man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 25 over the Royals. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Sayed. Going to try to get it himself. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably I'm going to need these runs. I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Second down coming up. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he'll fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way.
Yeah, I just tricked that off pressing the button too fucking fast. But no, my shit been alright. I've been hearing you say it been lagging though. I don't know.
Oh, he's going to go for the return.
What the fuck going on?
That is a decision he will
Oh,
likely
okay.
regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
Yeah, I've been hearing you saying it been lagging.
Onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Yeah.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But
Yeah,
guess
shit,
what?
yeah,
They
that
do
shit
have
throw
this.
you
You
off.
got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this game to your advantage. Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Caller, could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you
The
calling
show
runs
say
at
you
this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think
say you got internet issues too. Say it. Network issues.
They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Flushed out of the pocket. He wants a big play here late. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really...
And he's running in the open. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State, 21.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple of more times.
Good game, bro.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.